iridescentmarie.com. I'm just hopping on tonight. I missed you guys last Wednesday, but I had like the worst headache, like so bad. There was just no way. You didn't want me on because I was cranky. And I was close to being cranky tonight because, well, technology. That's the only reason. All right, let me see if I can get this to pull up. And maybe, I think I got it. See if I can, hey, Jane Bickle. All right, so, oh, look at this mess you guys have to look at tonight. I'm so sorry. See if I can get that back a little bit. That's ugly. That's better. Whew. You don't want to look at all that. All right, so what I'm going to show you tonight was our jingle hugs. I think, Jane Bickle, since you're on, I'm going to apologize to you because I believe I said I was going to do paper hugs tonight, but I'm going to do this one, the jingle hugs. And actually, one of the cards I'm going to show you tonight, it's done the exact same way in paper hugs. We did the same fold. It's the same concept, just with different cardstock and stuff. I will probably do a paper hugs video. I'm going to try really hard to do it before retreat on Friday. We'll see how that goes. So I wanted to hop on and show this because I think it's really cool. Anyway, this set is so pretty. I was not going to get it. And then my friend Jean was like, it's just beautiful. We must do it. And then we found a bunch of samples online and it like got my brain going. And I don't remember who we borrowed these ideas from, but we did. And they were just really good. So here we go. So look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's just all done in night. Oh, that one's got a little spot on it. These are my samples. Sometimes they take a little bit of abuse. Like this one I'm going to show you next, laid in an ink pad. But so we stamped them so they look like this. They leave the white, but then on here we colored in some blends just to brighten it up a little bit. And we created a background here with the stamp set artistically inked. I think I have it right here. This one. So it's this little sploosh guy. It created this smoky kind of background. See that laid in an ink pad. My cards take quite the beating. And look, that one, when we were designing these, sometimes things just go wrong. And I just didn't have it lined up properly. And I just decided to leave it so that I could show what not to do. And that trying to fill it in with a blender pen will not work. But if you try to fill it in with a Stampin' blend, it will work. So those are some tips for those of you that are doing this class to go and are getting ready to start it. Hey, Lois. Hey, Sarah and Larry. I see all my friends. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've got some paper cut. Whoops. I've got 2 white card bases, and then I've got some night and navy layers and 2 more white. Boop, like that. And we're going to make one of each of these. And we're going to I highly recommend the Stamparatus when using this set. Simply because if you want a nice crisp night of navy or whatever color you're using, it just is going to come out so much crisper if you do it this way. So Stamparatus. I'm watching to see if you guys can see it on my screen here. So I'm using my iPad tonight, which I don't normally use because it's usually really slow to keep up with comments, but it's doing really good tonight. And I can actually see it versus the phone, so that's cool. So Stamparatus. So I have washi and stuff everywhere because this is how I figure out who's going where, okay? So I'm going to lay my paper here like so. See, let's do the church first. So the church I'm going to put here because remember, it's naked down here on the bottom. It's where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I want all of this to be filled in. So then I'm going to grab my stamp and I'm going to, because it's not photopolymer, I have to have special vision here to try to see where it's going to go. So my tape is my reminder in case it were to come off. This is where I've got it. And this is where the next one would go if I was going to do multiples. So I stick it there, then I close the door, give it a little rub, and now it should be good to go. So the test is to go ahead and ink this. What works really well, I'll show you. My friend Jane Marshall always reminds me, put a stamp set or a stamp case underneath. I'm using my case that has my chamois just because it doesn't bounce around as much. Oh, this is Becca's ink pad. I'm seeing her initials. If she's here, thanks, Becca. I think I tried to give it to her and she forgot it. Well, that's got a naked spot right there. I can see it there. All All right, let's see how this works. So then we're gonna set it down, and I have one of these. This is from Stampendable, but I have also used some other things. My friend Jane Marshall bought a leg, like a chair table leg, the little round dealy bob. I don't know what they're called. And she put a piece of felt on it, and that's what she uses for hers. Oh, that's looking pretty good, but see how I got just a little bit, I could go a little bit darker. It would be okay like this, but you know, I have the ability, so I'm gonna do it. Make it a little bit darker. Ah, that's better. And see this one little edge right there? Let me see if I have my marker with me. I do. So my dark Night of Navy, if I grab it, so there's this one little spot right here. For whatever reason, it just didn't grab it. And I feel like my edge, I probably could have moved it over a little bit. But look at that. You can't even tell. So there's that one. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to clean this guy off. And then I'm going to do the other one, so that then all we have to do is build. So I'm using my chamois, and I just cleaned the chamois out in the sink so that I wouldn't be smearing all the colors everywhere. So it's really nice and wet. So we're going to peel him off, and then we're going to grab this one and another piece of white. And I can use this same spot. I will show you another trick when I'm done here. So this one, I'm going to come up here because this one is the other one. So this one, nope. It's this one. So it's going to look like this. So I know I've got some nakedness right here where I can hold on to it, and it should work, or I can come down here. I usually like it right there though, so we'll see. I take my stamp and I'm going to center it the best that I can without sticking my head in the screen, and then you close the door and open it up, and then I'm going to ink it. The other thing I could have done is left the other one on if I was going to do multiples, and left it all set up, and then put my other plate over here, and then done this one. Oh, and I see a spot right there. Oh, there's a cat in here. Someone just grabbed my toes. All right, and then we're just going to use, oh, look, I got ink over there. Dang it. I stamped an extra one in case that happened, but I can flip them over too. Let's do that. When you use blue, red, and purple, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have it somewhere. So let's try this again, because I didn't like the way that was going to look. We're going to go like that. I don't know how I managed it, but I did. All right. I think we're safe this time. If you guys are saying hi or anything to me, I'm not ignoring you, but my comments don't stay on the screen. I have to keep going over there and touching it. Ah, isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. This is a good stamp for the Stamparatus. I agree. It's perfect for the Stamparatus. So like I said, if I had my other plate, which I didn't bring it in here with me, if I had another plate right here, I would set up this stamp, and so it would all, I wouldn't have to take anything apart. And I can use washi if I needed to put him in a different spot. I can do whatever I need. And this was that glitter washi that we got. I think it was a celebration or something a couple years ago. And I still had some. So I'm like, what better way to use it? All right, let's clean him up like so. I'm gonna close this guy so I don't make a giant mess. And put these stamps away so I don't wonder what, oh look, I see, I still did it. And that time I think I did it with a chamois. Oh well, that's okay. It's handmade. It's okay. I'm just going to embrace it. We'll decide which one is better and use it. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let me see if I can clean off my hands a little bit. So hopefully I won't do any more of that. All right, piece of white that already has something on it. There we go. Now I'm going to grab some scrap paper so I can show you how I did that background. Probably didn't bring that block in here with my luck. Doesn't look like it. Let me look over here. Hang on one second. See if I have that block. I only own like 4 of them. So I'm packing for retreat, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so my stuff is like everywhere. Nothing's where it, well, things are always everywhere around here, but just the way it is. And then I'm going to use some gray granite ink. All right, so I'm going to use this big block. Ink this guy up. And I only need to do the edges because that's all you're going to see. And I'm okay with not re-inking it every time. So you get a little bit of variation in there. This block is way too big for this stamp, but it's totally going to work. There we go. Almost done. Isn't that cool? I love how it does that. It just looks so pretty. It's just a cool little background. So if you have artistically inked, now you got another way for using it. Well, hi Diana and Lil and Tracy and Margine. All right, so we got this one. We're gonna grab our Night of Navy. Oh, which one? I think I can cut that side off. It'll just be a little bit smaller and we can trim our blue if we need to. Let's see what we can do with this. Like that. And then we'll go like that. We might as well do it all the way around. Nope, I don't think I want to do it there. Let's do it there. All right. And then we'll trim this guy down a little bit too. Yep. I'm just taking the same amount off. And if I messed it up, I have extras. Ta-da! I could probably take a little more off of this one. Right there. All right. That one's got my big old fingerprint on it. So we're just going to put glue on this one. And layer it. So it's okay to change things up. If you get a kit and you make a mistake like I did where you get your fingerprint, just trim it down. Just adjust everything. It's okay. And then that guy will go there. It's so pretty. I had a blend. Let me see. All right, so this is the Stampin' blend. This is one of the, oh heck, what are they called? The natural blends. So this is number 700. So all I did was come in and carefully, you don't want to like spend a lot of time in that blue area, so just go in and do what you got to do kind of thing. Barely touching it because that ink will disperse for you. The alcohol grabs that paper and it just goes. So I'm not like full force coloring. And I just think it looks cool to give them a little bit of color. And then you could make their skin more pale, you could make it darker, because those naturals have all the different tones. Plus, you can mix the tones. Oh, I got a little on the blanket, that's okay. You can mix tones and make things darker and different shades to get what you're looking for. All right, there we go. Now I need some dimensionals. Oops, they're stuck to my iPad. I know, you just have to improvise sometimes, right? If I'm doing anything live, if it can go wrong. And when we did this class, they made 10 cards like this. So there was 5 like this and 5 with the church. And then they did 2 special folds, fun folds. So it was a lot. And everybody looked like a Smurf. Everybody had blue hands. I'm going to leave that off for just a second. And we can do a little Merry Christmas on there. Let me get, which stamp set did that come from? This one. So this is Hope and Peace. And I just like that. Oh, but they're all really good. Yeah, let's do Merry Christmas. Because, you know, it's just a good one. And I brought blocks in here. What did I do with them? I purposely went out there and got blocks. Okay, it's right there in front of me. It's inevitable if you're going to do a video or do anything in person even, like the silliest things happen. Let's go right there. Oh, that's pretty. It came out nice and crisp. Like things that would never happen when I'm stamping all by myself always happen in class, and or when I'm doing a live. And I could have gone a little lower, but I'm okay with it being like that. Isn't that just gorgeous? You could put an embellishment in this star, or just take the wink of Stella and fill it in. Now, if you really love these cards, I will send you a kit to make one of these and to make one of the church and one of the fun folds with a $35 order this week. Okay, and it's only good till Saturday, just because it's a short week. I got to wrap up the month. I'll do it till Sunday. And my host code is in the description. I've already done that. And let me grab my other pieces here. So I got this one and this one. Look at that one, came out good. And I'm going to go ahead and glue him down because there's no flipping over. If I mess up, I'm just stuck with it. So I'm just going to put it together and embrace whatever happens. There we go. I'm just moving it away from everything so I don't lay it anything blue. And then for the words, we did from here, this piece to you at Christmas. I really like it. So my friend Jean was the one who started this, and it was during a regular class. And when she brought it up, then everybody's like, yeah, we want to do that. So then the class was born. Sometimes when everybody's together like that and they all agree, Becca and I just go with it. It's like, oh, that's good. We don't have to plan too much. You know, we know what we're doing, because sometimes the hardest part is deciding what we're going to do, you know, with which set. Because, you know, we have tons of sets and then we're like, well, which one do you think they'll want to see? And we don't like to use too many because then it can be overwhelming. So we're going to grab piece to you. And I kind of like it off to the side a little bit like that. And then we'll clean him. Oops, flipped him right over. And then we're going to do this one on the inside. And this one, we're not going to do the edges. And if you want your words, that one came out really straight. Normally mine don't. You can use the Stamparatus for that too, and that will help so that all your words land in the same spot on every card. So if you're working on Christmas cards, they will all be the same. Nobody will be saying she got a better one than I did. All right, I'm going to close this guy up before I stick something in there. Put this guy away. All right. Then you just dimensional. Ooh, we're about to have a craft-a-witch. It was my, I had some kits sitting up here, and they were about to timber right onto my workspace here. My office is like worse than normal. It's like stuff everywhere because I've been doing make and take prep and all that good stuff. And so there's just stuff. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. I'll even color it in. I think the lights are pretty. I'm gonna do the yellow. Let's see if I can find a good yellow. Daffodil. I think I have a light one. Yeah, like, oh, no, they're both the same. They say they're both the same, but I'm questioning that. Let's go with the light one. And I'm just gonna do the windows so like there's light in there. It's nighttime. And this is stained glass, right? There we go. You can do the trees if you want to. Just to give it that little pop of color. Oh, the cats are playing. One cat is in here with me and the other one didn't make it apparently. And so they're playing with each other under the door. I'm gonna have these gorgeous iridescent rhinestones. I'm going to pull those out, grab my take a pick tool, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to stick another one right here, like that. Let's see what we got. Always, everything goes missing when you go live, everything. It's like gremlins come in and take it all. Because you could be the most organized person. I've watched some of these demos that are like super, super, super organized. And they have the same problem. Things just go missing. So, aren't those pretty? Love them. Where's the other one at? There's the other one. So you got where they're colored or where it's not colored, but I like those. So there's those. They made 10 of those in that class. But I will send you the cards, the kits to make one of each of those. And then this one, where did I put him? I think he's over here in my craft ranch. I think he fell. Oh no. Chuck was in here and we were arguing loudly, discussing loudly about this technology mess. All right, let me see. I got all these things in here. Oh, I should have stamped one of these. I think you're going to get the idea though. So this card, my friend Susan Campfield actually came up with this. She's very, very clever. And I totally swiped it from her. I'm not ashamed to say that because it was just that good. I had to do it. So it's like this. And so this guy, it's a little front closure. It's holding it and it goes like that. And then, isn't that cool? I don't know how well you can see that. So that it will, there we go. So when it sits, let me move all my junk. You can sit like that. Or it can sit, it'll sit standing this way. Like if somebody wants to display it, let me get that out of the way. It will sit like that. Or you can give it a little bend and it sits like that. Cute, right? I'll show you. You already know how to do this part. And this part, the only thing we did different is that we cut on an angle at that top piece there just to make it all fit in. So I'm going to show you how I put this together. What? Hang on, I'll let you out. Come on. Go. You're making a mess anyway. Go. Go. Oh, the gate's closed. Come on. Go. So my cat, he will jump on top of the refrigerator. He will do all the things he's not supposed to, but he will not jump over the baby gate. It's crazy. So here's my card. See, it's like that. Then I'm going to take a strip like this that's been scored on the ends. Remember, if you place that order, I'm going to send you the directions too. I'm not just going to send you card kits. You're going to get the PDF. Plus, you can go back and watch me do it because I will put this video over on YouTube so that you can see it again. Hi, Kimberly. What color did you use? Oh, Night of Navy, yes. Night of Navy. And probably, I didn't even look to see, does it look black when you guys are looking at it? That's a really ugly one. Let's see. Oh no, yep, it's Night of Navy. And this is what black would look like. So if you're trying to compare, because I know when I took the pictures for the PDF, it looked black. But see the difference? Now you can really see the blue. Sometimes you just need a little contrast on there. And then this was gray granite. That's it, 2 colors. And you could do it in just one and it would be okay. So I've got my little tab guy here. And I'm going to stick some tear tape on here. I recommend tear tape. It's so much easier. The liquid glue is great. It does give you some wiggle room, but sometimes it's a little too slippery for this. Oops, it stuck to my finger. And then I have a piece like this that I'm going to fold. See, this is my wobble. That's what makes it wiggle on the inside. So I'm going to also stick some tear tape on this one and some tear tape on this one, like that. And then like that. So I get 2 pieces on the back. Well, this is actually the front of it. All right, bring it closer so my old eyes can see it. So it's going to go, so I think you guys can see that. There's my center and there's my 2 folds here. This guy is going to go in the middle. So it's going to sit between the folds so it doesn't get hung up on it. And then like center-ish. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay. All right. So I didn't finish earlier. If you spend $50 in my store using my host code, I'm going to send you the card kits, the PDF, and you're going to get an embellishment. I'm thinking some of these pretty iridescent rhinestones, so to go along with it, so you can embellish your card. So there you go. That's the bendy part, and then this is the part that makes it wobble, so that it's not like a wobble like the wobble things you can buy on Amazon, but it does give a little jiggle to it. Gives it a little bit of movement, so it looks kind of cool. So we're going to peel these guys off. This is the side that pops open. It's going to go face down on this guy, the bendy part. So this is the wobbler, this is the bendy. And we're just going to set it on there like that. And hopefully, oops, I need to move him. He's not quite right. Oh, let's see if it's too late. There we go. Improvise. So if that happens, just pull it off slowly because you just want to make sure it's on there. There we go. Mine was hanging off the first time, and so it was going to glue my card closed. So then that's like that. And then, let me see if I have the other pieces up here. I think I do. I've got some in here. Oops. Then I took these guys like this, because remember this card is sitting like this. And then, do I have an extra one? I thought maybe I did. Then I would take this guy. You guys get the idea. So I'm just going to finish showing it to you. So you would dimensional these guys, stamp the church, only dimensional on one side. It's going to sit like that. I'm going to bring him back over. And the way that this is on here, this is the banner from Stylish Shapes. And so I have one big dimensional and a little tiny baby one, and they're very close to each other, because then that way it gives me enough room for it to do this, because it needs to be able to pop. Okay? Does that make sense? I'm thinking you guys get it, right? I don't want to waste this kit, because, you know, if somebody places their order, I want to be able to send it out right away. Then you don't have to wait for me to cut. But so there's the mechanism again. So it just sits like that. And you can do, so this is this way. I want to show you one of our Paper Hugs cards too, because we did the same thing, but we turned it. All right. And maybe I'll do a thing next week with those. Let me see. Let's do this one. So this one, what is this? Landscape. So, or portrait. This way, because, you know, this one was going landscape. This one is portrait. But it's the same concept. It's this belly band is going to slide off of here. And then when you open it, I'm going to show you. So it's one of the little pop-up deals too. Except on this one, I also made her feet move. Can you see that? Of course, you know, when it's laying flat, they're not going to go. See, there they go. See, can you see that still? I think you can. Like that. See how free they move? So not only is it a poppy, bendy pop-up card, but it also has the feet that move back and forth. So I thought that was really cool. But it's the same concept. That same mechanism is in there, just like the other one, with that strip and that little wobble piece. So you got the bendy portion, the wobble, and then the doors close, and this guy goes right back on top. I thought it would be fun to show you guys those. Let me see who's up here. Well, hi, Jackie. And then let's see, what else do we got up here? I think there's another one. Oh, this one is a wobble. This one's got the wiggly legs too. This one is a okay, this one has a boo-boo, so don't look. This one is from the same class from Paper Hugs, and see the legs sling back and forth. Isn't that cute? And this is that glitter washi, which is super cute. And it's simply a quarter sheet cut down to lay on top of my base, and I wrap that washi around there, and then I dimensional. And then this spider is done with the craft white ink, which is super fun. And then on the inside, we just carried it over. This time we did a black spider and added some more washi. So there you go. And then we did this one, and we did this one. This was the other one too. Isn't that pretty? I don't know, pale papaya and Cajun craze is what we're using on this one. And then when you open it up, she added some washi and she stamped. Becca designed this one. She's got the, oh, I'm a little too high. She's got the floofs. I think I brought it with me. Where did I do with it? This pop-up paper, if you guys haven't bought this is the 6x6 metallic shimmer. That's what you're seeing here. I know you can see that shimmer down there. And so it comes with, there's 12 sheets of 6x6. I think this is only like $5. So this one is Evening Evergreen. So you get 3 or 4 of those. I think 3. Nope, 4. There it is. And then you get 4 black ones. And then you also get 4 Cajun Craze. And it's also got some pumpkin pie in there. Isn't that pretty though? But it's got such a pretty shimmer. It doesn't get all over you. And you can even use that to do the band for her hat. You could use the punch and punch it right out of the paper, the black one. And that's really cute. I'll move that out of the way. All right, let me see who's on here. My brain stroke is very thankful you did that. Oh, Jane, I never mind doing the videos. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to like offend people and say, here, have a video, because you can't, the directions, weren't enough. And so obviously if the directions are enough, I'm excited, because then I don't have to stress about the video, especially this week. This week has just been, retreat has had me running. And so, no, I don't ever mind doing a video. If I don't do one, Rebecca and I, just shout at us and we will always do one. Sometimes, like, I didn't think that we probably needed a video necessarily for this one, but for this one, for sure. I'm going to show you that again. So if you want to grab a screenshot of how that looks inside, you can. Because I don't remember if Becca put one together for you or not. So this is the flat side. And the folded 2 pieces go down in there. They lay flat on there. So that's it. That's all it is. It's so easy. So having that, I think, makes a difference. Knowing that that's what it's supposed to look like. Making the card isn't difficult. It's just a bunch of scoring. And it's just, a few extra steps. It's not a big deal. So anyway, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. I will do, where did it go? It's over here. So we did this one. I'm pretty sure you guys are good with me not finishing that one, because it's really easy. You guys are smart. Super smart. I had another church. Oop, that one's pretty too. That one I did the smoke in the background. And then this one. So you'll get to make those with a $35 order. And then when you do $50, you're going to also get an embellishment, which is the beautiful rhinestones that I chunked out of my way, and I don't know where I put them. They're the iridescent rhinestones. They're so stinking pretty. Oh, I do have one. I think it's a different size. Look at, I had some already stamped. Look at that. So there we go. See, we just cut them. So I can't send you stamped images as much as I'd love to. We can't, but I will send you all the paper. So if you don't have this stamp set and you still want to make the same cards, you can do this card layout with anything. It doesn't have to be the stamp set. You can totally substitute with what you have. So don't ever panic about that. There they are. The beautiful rhinestones. There they are. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Oh. Sorry, excuse me. So anyway, that's how you do those. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go back to packing for retreat. My shopping link is up at the top. If you need anything, you just shout at me and let me know, and I will help you. You can always find me over on YouTube with Stamp with Lisa Marie, and over on my blog, stampwithlisamarie.com, has the links for everything if you ever get lost, because, sometimes the book hides things from us. Look at all that blue ink. And so sometimes it's hard to find stuff, especially videos. So I'm going to download this video and then upload it over to YouTube so that you guys can find it easily, okay? You guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Oh, Jane, we miss you. Maybe next time. The next one's in June. I couldn't get a spring date. They were booked. So the next one's in June, and then I think June 9th, 10th, and 11th, because we're doing 3 days as far as I know. And then October